Hello, you all. Let's go live. I have been live streaming later in the night than normal, but for the first person that comes in, hello to you. And if you are new to my channel, sometimes, well, lately when I've been live streaming later into the night, I have been seeing new people come in. They're saying hello, so make sure you say hello. I am known as the crypto, or I am the crypto queen. So I'm usually not a live streamer at this time, but I guess since daylight savings time has changed, so have my schedule. So let's talk about Sheep real quick as you all come in. Hello, Dr. Forms. Hello, Desiree. Desiree TV or Desiree TV. Desiree, I think Desiree. And ready to learn. Hello to you. Because it is past my normal time of live streaming, I'm going to get right into the topic. So thank you all for tuning in. Let me try to clear my Desiree. Okay, thank you. I got it. Desiree. Try to clear my throat. Um, Let me know how let me check my sound. Let me real quick. Okay, I just wanted to make sure my daughter was in here in my workspace for some reason and just totally missed it. My microphone is not at its usual height. Um, so we definitely got to have a discussion about this and getting into my workspace because I did not like this. I had to do a lot of things before I even got on the live stream, and it seemed like my mic stand is some reason wobbling. So I don't know, but we're gonna have to have a conversation about this. Do not mess with my workspace, like ever. So Desiree, hello to you. Thank you. The sound is good. Hello, nerd two. And so let's get into this. I've had two very interesting conversations about cryptocurrency today, and one of the conversations was with a very predominant man, and his thing on cryptocurrency is he is a business owner or an owner of a business, and his thing about as being a business owner about implementing or creating, he has the power to create his own currency for the business, is that people um, do not understand, I think, the highs and lows of cryptocurrency, right? That they don't understand that the cryptocurrency is an asset, and um, and even though it's called a currency, that as of right now, it doesn't function as a currency like the dollar functions right now as a currency, meaning that I can exchange the dollar with you, right? Um, for whatever goods and services you may provide. So that was his argument to me. And if I said his name, I have some people on my live stream that will know exactly who that was. But we stayed on the phone for well over 2 hours, and I was not trying to convince him to implement a currency coin for his business, but rather, let me fix my hair. I was trying to explain and educate him about the use cases of cryptocurrency, right? So I'm trying to explain, educate about the use currency of cryptocurrency, even to the discussion of NFTs. He wants to know things like what makes NFTs valuable. And so I went on to explain to him the very same thing that makes the dollar valuable, but NFTs does have better use cases, which is a belief system that a community of people has accepted, right? And so he went on to ask me other intriguing questions like, um, if you hold gold, you cannot go to the store and purchase a gallon of milk with gold. So what would make gold more valuable? I said, well, the Constitution of the United States of America states that gold is still real money. And this is why the government in 1933 confiscated it or made it illegal for citizens that were wealthy enough to hold and possess gold to legally possess it. Right? You can have it, but if you were caught with gold in your possessions, you were fined $10,000 and or 10,000 years in jail in 1933. And so, but the Constitution has not changed. So gold and silver and crypto is is an idea, or it's a concept whose time has come, for such a time as this, rather, for the biggest wealth transfer that this generation has ever experienced. And his point of case is, he brought up the scenario of Forex, right? He was like, well, people put their money in Forex and then they can make one bad trade and they could lose it all. And I said, cryptocurrency should not be compared to Forex, because with Forex, yes, one bad trade could permanently cause you to lose thousands or tens of thousands, however much your investment is, right? But with cryptocurrency, you only lose if you sell it or you pick some type of junk, you know, coin, right? But I don't know about you all, but what I want for Christmas, um, my mother asked me today, what do you want for Christmas? I said, I want coins for Christmas, right? I want more coins for Christmas. And once you understand crypto, I want you all to put that in the hashtag, whether you are watching this live or in the replay, coins for Christmas, right? Coins for um, for Christmas, right? Coins for Christmas, right? Someone says that. Um, well, listen, this is my thing. Ready to learn. Ready to learn says that's if you don't have a proper stop loss strategy. There are a lot of people who are taking their gains in cryptocurrency, right? They're taking their gains in cryptocurrency. They have a stop loss strategy, but you're converting it back to the lowest yielding asset that there is. I'm not saying that cash is not an asset. I'm not saying that cash is not an asset. What I'm saying is that cash is losing its purchasing power. For example, I just on last night live stream about Luna coin, Luna, and its alternative uh, method, or it's the alternative currency for to Ether, to Ethereum, right? And this is the thing. Luna, just Luna alone, right? I'm not going to break down Solana and its returns and gains for the year. Has over 9,000% returns for the year. 9,000% return. Can you tell me how much of a return the cash dollar has gotten this year? How much has cash appreciated this year? None. It's actually depreciated. It's losing, it's lost purchasing power, because prices of your everyday goods and services are increasing. So, my thing to people is, if you had enough cash flow, you wouldn't have to convert an asset like crypto, back into a depreciating asset such as cash. I don't think people get that. If you want to trade crypto for cash, that's you. But just know, right, that if 6 months the federal government says, okay, we have our Fed coin in place, we have our digital dollar in place, that cash that you traded that crypto for is now going to be a permanent USD coin, a stable coin. which means you don't get high interest on it, but it doesn't take dips. It doesn't lose its purchasing power like the cash dollar will. And you're going to look back and say, once upon a time, I had a wallet full of Luna. I had a wallet full of Solana. I owned Bitcoin. And while Bitcoin and Ethereum is steady escalating, you're going to have in your banking account a USDC coin because you decided that you was going to convert back to a cash based system that's about to be bankrupt out. Thank you, Tony. Depreciating all day, every day. Tony, I'm trying to see your shirt. I can't, it says something about money. The new money. I see something about the new money. So I just want people to get a holistic financial education because if you had enough cash flow, you wouldn't have to sell your asset like cryptocurrency. That once the use cases start um, coming in and getting more and more, that's only going to appreciate in value. The only thing that you'll probably want to convert your crypto back into cash for, or the USDC coin, or the new Fed coin, is some tangible asset like real estate, because that would the only because there's no more land being made. God is not making any more land. That is the only asset that I see. Physical land, people, and we only have 18 thumbs up. You all hit the thumbs up, right? Physical land is the only thing that I see that's a valuable asset to convert cryptocurrency back into. And maybe if you're getting physical gold and silver, but just know gold and silver. Gold is for kings. Silver is for queens. Gold is just a generational wealth, uh, supernatural currency that's created by a supernova, by the God of this infinite God of this universe. And that's what makes gold valuable. And also wearing gold, 24 karat gold on your body, has health benefits as well. So you're going to see catalytic converters with silver and gold, cell phone batteries, 5G towers, 5G Wi-Fi. All of this is going to be used with the precious metal of physical silver and gold, EV, electronic vehicles, lithium. So the only thing that I can see worth converting crypto back for is something that the infinite God, infinite power created, right? That's just as valuable as this mathematical mind behind cryptocurrency. And then I had a conversation with a good friend who is a school teacher. And I tell people most teachers live paycheck to paycheck because they believe in formal education, in a formal education, but not a financial education, right? And it is by design that true strategies to free you financially is not taught in schools. So I was explaining to this teacher, I said, well, I have some people that want me to create a curriculum for cryptocurrency. I said, I know how to lecture and teach it, but how could I put it in a workbook format? Because she has an area of expertise of creating curriculum. And she said, well, you believe in teaching in ways of application and not memorization. And I thought that was very powerful, right? She says, you know what identifies a strong teacher in the public school systems, for example, or even the private school system, right? And then, well, yeah, I mean, the central land, not physical land. You say he is making land. But she says, what differs right? You do have digital land being made. But on the third day, when the infinite God created dry land, he didn't do it anymore, right? And she said that a great teacher, right? What separates a great teacher from a good teacher is a great teacher can teach application. A good teacher teach memorization, right? Meaning that a good teacher can just tell you, okay, define this word, right? Let's define lethargic. And they can say, okay, we're going to have a b. I want you to say, I'm going to write out the definition of the word lethargic for you, and let me know if A, B, C, or D is the match for lethargic, and the child will put A or B. The word list will be on one side, the definitions will be on another, or a fill in the blank, right? But a teacher that teaches for application would then challenge that student to use the word in a sentence, using it in their real life application. And even for the students that are visual learners, they would then draw a picture of the word, right? And so long story short is that I'm definitely looking into a way to have a curriculum, right? Have a curriculum with cryptocurrency where people are actually applying it, not just coming on my live stream and memorizing and telling me, oh, this coin is going to be great. This coin is going to do this. They have all the knowledge about the coins, but they have not enough money, not enough capital to invest in it to the effect that it can set them financially free. So my question to you is, or to others, maybe not you all that are watching, but maybe some people is, what good is it to have knowledge if you don't have the power to allow that knowledge to set you free? What good is it to know about SHIBA when you only have $500 to $1,000 to invest in it? And then as soon as you make a couple of thousands, you can't even wait till SHIBA hit its highest peak. So now you settle to become a thousandaire versus a millionaire or a multimillionaire or a decamillionaire because you don't want a financial education and you just want to be good. You don't want to be great. And you just want to be a thousandaire. You don't want to be a multimillionaire. Listen, let me share this. Dick Gregory said it this way. Who will want to be a millionaire, but a fool? He says if you take $1,000,000 and divide it into seconds. Let me see if I can find this video. I'm going to let Dick Gregory say it to you for himself. I think I upload. I know I upload. Okay, here we go. If I can get my volume working, give me a second. I think my daughter did something to this. Well, my volume is not working, so she came in here and did something to my laptop today. But he said if you take $1,000,000 and you divide it into seconds, that's 13 days, right? But if you take that same $1,000,000 and you divide it, if you take $1,000,000,000 and you divide it into seconds, that's 32 years. Then he finished and said, but who would want to be a millionaire but a fool? 13 days versus 32 years. Now I can show you the video, but again, you won't hear it, but I guess there's no need to show it to you if you can't hear it. So $1,000,000, people, is not as much money as you think. I just inquired about 9 acres of land. They wanted $100,000 an acre. That was $900,000 right there. Just for raw land that was in a great location. And so, well, Queen, why do you teach people to make millionaire moves. Why is your motto or your message a millionaire messenger? Because I want you to at least be thinking seven figures and above. A million is the minimum, but some people are thinking thousands and you won't last long. You don't have enough. See, this is what most people don't know. When you hear about those rare instances where you hear about someone investing in SHIB, for example, a year ago, and when SHIB hit its all-time high, they cashed out at $42 million. Well, what the general public don't know is that person got in at SHIB when it was an IPO or an ICO, right? Initial coin offering or initial public offering. So they got in SHIB before it got accepted on any major platform, any major exchange. See, those are the things you don't know. So people hear these one out of a million articles that they write about that. That is true, but you don't understand the strategy behind it. You don't understand that person got in on inside information to do this before it hit a major exchange like a Coinbase or crypto.com. So it's going to take you more than 1,000. And then if you do not have a full holistic financial education, when it does hit its maximum, you're going to cash out because guess what? You're so behind financially because you don't have a stream of cash flow coming in that you need those couple of $1,000 and you're going to rob you and your family of generational wealth. You're going to rob yourself of being free financially forever. Not just free for 3 or 4 years and then you have to go back to plan A or go back into the workplace. You are going to free yourself of being financially free forever. And you're not going to get this foundational opportunity again. This is why I tell people to get your cash flow up, get more than one source of income so you can pool your money into crypto, especially if you have the knowledge base. So this article, because Shiba Inu hit 100 billion by the end of 2022. The incredible rise of Shiba Inu has been one of 2021's most unlikely and exciting investing story. Listen, SHIB token is valued has surged roughly around 45. Listen, that number is so big. It's not 45,000, right? 45 million% year to date and generated life-changing returns, people. So even after pulling back from its lifetime high, Shiba Inu still currently has 19 billion market cap. So they're asking, will it reach 100 billion market cap? It's already at 19 billion, right? Can it cross to 100 billion market by the end of the year? How the SHIB token has become a sensation, right? It stands for one of history's most explosive investment winners. It has, it said Dogecoin has digitally minted as a cryptocurrency to spoof Bitcoin, but SHIB entered the market as Doge has taken that on the Doge taken. So even more big news for Doge. I just want to share this with you all. So could it reach 100 billion? It's down more than 50%. Yes, it is, right? From its lifetime pricing high of 0.00001234 zeros. I'm showing behind the decimal mark. 1, 2, 3, yeah. 88.41 per token, climbing back to its lifetime high would bring the token's currency back up to 50 billion, right? Currently at 19 billion. So from there, it would only need to double once more people to hit 100 billion. Now, SHIB is set to be accepted as payment tender for AMC Entertainments. people within the next few months. Within the next few months. But guess what happened, right? Today was SHIB. So AMC will accept it as payment within the next few months. And guess what else happened? Thank you so much, Patrice. Thank you so much for your 1111. I'm going to get into 1111 and 6 in a few minutes. And I pray that that reaches you, or no, I affirm that they will reach you back by divine right and great avalanches of wealth, peace, prosperity, plenty of money, plenty of crypto, right? Peace, positive energy always creates elevation, perfect health, protection, and prosperity partners. That's the 1111, some more ones, prosperity code. But I'm going to get into the power of 111. I'm approaching the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to elaborate on SHIB for about 10 more minutes, and then I'm going to shift the topic, right? So today, Travelocity is accepting SHIB, and they have exclusive SHIBA Village vacation deals. Awesome. Absolutely great news for SHIBA INU. So AMC will accept in a couple of months. Is now listed as payment methods on Travala.com. People, it will book over 3 million travel products worldwide. Give me a sec. I was reading something on my phone, one of my phones, right? Worldwide. So when I came out and um was discussing sheep earlier, none of this earlier, right? And I've told people that she was my bottom feeder along with Dogecoin, meaning that they were the last ones that I added in my portfolio because I was going to be okay. I was going to be fine, whichever way that it swung, whether it end up being very good or not. Right? I was absolutely okay with it, but it seems to be that Sheba is going to be not just good; it's going to be great. Thank you. Receive that double P for double prosperity for you as well. Isn't that awesome news? And what you all don't know, listen, I have people. I have some people that discourage me for going live, for giving this public information. But I'm like, you know what? It is what it is, right? I just want to see everybody win. If I can help people, the more I pour, the more that is poured into me. And it may not be from the people that I'm pouring into. Can be from the infinite God, infinite power. And I'm okay with that because God can bless me better than any human can. I feel like when God gives me a message to say, then I should be saying it, right? Even if my voice is weak. And when he stops talking to me, I stop talking to you all. Is that a deal? When God stops talking to me, I stop live streaming and talking to you all. That's a deal. When I don't hear anything for God, I don't have anything to say, I stop going live stream. So Shiba Inu well asks, where are my math people at out here? You all see that? This well buys tokens, 99 billion Shiba Inu tokens. You all know how much that's worth? 3.799. Let's just say $3.8 billion. I mean $million. They bought 99 billion Shiba Inu tokens. That's worth 3.8. We're just gonna round this up. 99, this is billions. 9 zeros, billions. This is worth $3.8 million. So if this is the game that the big players are playing, then I'm gonna get as big as I can in it. And it's still pressure for Robinhood to list sheep is growing. Let me make sure I follow this person. Okay. And let me like this. So that's 42% people. A big whale has purchased from sheep in the last 24 hours. So I'm trying. Okay, here we go. SHIBA INU, just great sheep news, right? December the 2nd moves towards blockchain gaming. I did a live stream on that last night. They had their own NFTs, more games. 14 hours ago, more details upcoming about the SHIB project is here. A game changer, right? SHIBA Army India. This is out of India. Just look at SHIB and added to travel today. Travala. I could just go on and on and on. I could just stroll down and down and down. And people, I'm not trying to convince. And this is my thing. I think when I talk to people about cryptocurrency, for some reason they think that I'm trying to convince them to get in or let them know. I'm not. I don't have a product yet that I can even, you know, monetize off teaching you all or letting you all know this stuff. When I say yet, I am going to create a crypto curriculum. And I have an NFT that's in the works right now being designed and created, a non-fungible token. I hope that you all will at least support that. If you follow me and subscribe to me and get information and get updates about what's going on with crypto, right? I hope that you become a part of this millionaire community, millionaire moves, crypto millionaire moves, right? Because now you'll get to be a part of exclusive events. Like in Miami, I'm having a yacht party. Miami, Millionaire Moves Miami with cryptocurrency. That's March 18 and 19. If you don't already know, now you know. Want to see your face in the place. The website for right now is 1111 millionairemoves.com. Oh, it's not coming up. I think I put too many L's in there. Millionairemoves.com. And so register. You can get the early bird registration right now. A discounted of $100. So it's on sale right now. Make sure you do yourself a favor, right? And invest in yourself. Do yourself a favor going into 2022 and invest in yourself. So this is the website, right? Millionaire Moves Miami, and has all the registration uh, information. Again, after January 22nd, there it's on sale right now, discounted rate. But after January 22nd, there will be an increase. You can get the yacht experience for $411.11. After January the 22nd, it's going to be $511. It's a limited amount of people, so you want to go ahead and lock that in and register now. Only 30 people allowed on the yacht, and just to get in the room, the conference room, in-person live event, that will be closed at 100 people. And again, that's on sale. They said at a discount. It's your Christmas gift from me to you. And this is the website to register. Thank you so much, Roberta Smith. Thank you so much. I pray that reaches you as well, and great avalanches of wealth by divine right immediately, right? And that it reaches you in multiplication, because the wealthy does not know addition. They only knows multiplication. Matthew 25 teaches that, right? Matthew 25 teaches that. So Shiba Inu well buys 99 billion worth. Like, if since you know how big Shiba is going to be, how much do you have to invest where you can let that money sit until it reaches and surpasses its all-time high? Like, that's the parable in the Bible that when they found a great pearl, they went and sold, right, everything that they had to purchase more. Let me pull up that scripture. All right, what are you willing to do to be a part of the greatest wealth transfer that this generation has ever experienced? Are you willing to learn how to create more cash flow, how to get more coins for Christmas? So Matthew 13 and 46 says, this is a parable. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like, see, if you want to operate in the kingdom of heaven, people, you have to invest. A merchant in search of fine pearls. See, you've been in search of a great investing opportunity, a way to do more than just double your money, triple your money, a way that gets you out of generational poverty and starts shifting you into generational prosperity. And so when he found one very precious pearl, for you that might be SHIB, I don't know. I have a lot of precious crypto, and SHIB is one of them. He went away and sold all he had and bought it. And then it goes on to say, again, the kingdom of heaven is like a net that was left down into the lake and caught all kinds of fish. But when it was full, the men pulled it ashore. Then they sat down and sorted out the good fish and threw the bad ones away. Some of you all made some bad investments in life. Some of you all got into the sushi flour. Some of you all got into gambling at the casino and you made some, but then you lost more. Some of you all got into an investing business with a friend. So you made some bad investment. This is your opportunity to cash your net one more time and get into a good, solid investment that will set you up financially for life. So you don't have to be kicked around at the job anymore. So you can have the time that you need with your family and friends and loved ones. So you can travel more than 2 or 3 or 5 states away from the current state that you live in, that you can actually start taking exotic trips out of country. Roberta, how much is my NFT going to be? I don't know yet, right? I don't know. But for right now, like for those who want the yacht experience, is I'm going to get that website updated. Now you can pay cash now, but when my NFT is done, the only way to get the yacht experience is to be my original NFT holder. So I know at minimum it's going to be $511. Now, at minimum. And those are only going to get exclusive VIP access to my behind the scenes training and events on having a holistic financial plan together. Because for people that's cashing out of cryptocurrency back into their cash system that's talking about setting trades and losses, they're going to have a big tax bill that's going to take 30 to 40% of their wealth. So I want to teach the moves that poor people don't know how to make, but the rich and wealthy people do. Rich and wealthy people have tax plan, and tax shelters. This article by Entrepreneur, inflation, as you see the dollar is beat up. And if you can see right here, it says this note is a legal tender for all debts, public and private. It's all it is an IOU note. And as of today's date, it can be used not to pay off debts, to eradicate or get rid of a debt completely, but it can be used to surrender you owing or pursuing your assets on a debt. But that debt is never really paid off because the dollar is debt, if you all can understand that. See, it used to be that the paper that this was printed on, the dollar is as dead as the dead president face that you see on it right now with this black eye or blue eye, black and blue eye. It is just that dead. It loses its purchasing powers. You have to work longer and harder to get less and less. It does not increase in value. It just only allows you to make transactions for goods and services, people. That's it. It is not an asset class at all. It's a transitional piece of paper that's legally believed and accepted by the people until they see that, hey, I'm going to have to work longer and harder, and this is purchasing less and less. And the more that the government increases this debt ceiling, as it just approved $780 million for war, that the people are going to say, we need a different financial system. And the government is going to make you ask for it. They're going to say, well, this is not our plan. This is what the people want. How they're going to make you ask for something? The government is going to make you ask for a currency change because we're going to experience such high inflation, such high prices that the people are going to beg for something. And all it takes is something like a black swan event like this that may happen. Now look at this. There is war in the air. Russia has some choice words for America ahead of Putin Biden talk. U.S. President Joe Biden and Russian President Putin prepare for their Thursday video summit, and they're broadcasting their own predictions about its goals and meetings and its outcome. The latest Russian media trades have made one point very clear. This is what Russia is saying. Gone are the days when Russia is to be treated as equal as the West or as the United States. So they're saying that, Russia and China has already stopped accepting the US dollar. China is going to actually give away its cryptocurrency during this Winter Olympics that's scheduled to start in January of next year to all of the spectators that come. As the United States is saying that they have bailed out of the Beijing Olympics. So this is going to be a global financial reset, not just for the United States. This is global, right? And so with that being said, we will have a food. Thank you so much, Mr. Easy from California. Thank you so much for the 1111 super chat. And as I always affirm over the people that give, I pray that returns to you in great avalanches of wealth in the form of peace. Positive energy always creates elevation, peace in your mind, peace in your emotions, peace in your relationships, peace in your ordeals, peace within the walls, wherever you reside, within your children, if that relates to you, in your marriage, friendships, relationships, everything, right? Plenty of money, prosperity partners, divine protection. Psalms 91 says, God has sent his angels to guard you and protect you. Divine protection according to an agreement with Psalms 91, right? And so now we have also news that the Pfizer jab is least effective on Omicron. I did a decoding of Omicron. You want to watch that video? Definitely go to my channel and search for it. I did a breakdown, a decoding of Omicron. And so now they're saying it's jab, Pfizer, least effective. I'm like, people, how many you gonna get before you understand the game of life and what's being done here? It says least effective, first time in history there's ever been a vaccine created at warp speed, that people have to take so many doses in on something that has been not around for a long time, recently on the market with no study, no, not even lab rats, right? You are the research. You don't know what may come from years from now from this, because it hasn't had any um, no data, no research behind it. And some people say, "Well, I had someone tell me that people drink Coke or they drink alcohol and they don't know what's in it." Well, yeah, but Coke has been around a long time, so and people know what's in Coke. Mhm. They know the sugar and the caffeine in Coke. They know what used to be in Coke, that it was really cocaine in Coke, a small dose of Coke. So they know. But what they do know that that's a slow. Okay, my internet went out for a second. That's a slow way to deteriorate your health. You don't know if other methods that they're introducing now because of no research, no back, may be a fast way to do it. So some people would rather just, deteriorate their health slowly than quick and fast, right? And so I'm not saying that anybody's health's gonna crash quick and fast, but that's the chance you're taking when you put something in your body, created at warp speed that has not have any research. That is a chance. That's a possibility because you don't know what side effects could happen. So Tyson Foods plan offering workers a 3-day week 3-day week will pay them for hours they didn't work just so they can qualify for benefits. So if Tyson workers only have to work 3 days a week, people, that means the grocery shelves and a limited amount of chicken will be available. I know some people will come on my live stream and say, Queen, people really don't need to eat chicken. They don't need to eat meat anyway. Okay, that's your opinion, right? And you've probably done your research and due diligence. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's right, but what I am saying is that when people have been forced, they didn't decide to become a vegan or vegetarian on their own. When they are forced to not have access or the choice to eat meat, there are some bad side effects from that. When people, I mean, headaches. Um, I fast. Maybe once or twice a year, I go on a fast or consecration rather. Man, when I stop eating certain foods and things that I'm accustomed to, I might have headaches. I'm grouchy, maybe. I'm irritable, and then you mix this with people losing jobs, and this is just not going to be a good thing for most people who are meat eaters. So the plant will pay staff 36 hours a week, although they're working 27. Just so they can get their benefits, medical, vision, and dental insurance. So that means they're not there. We have a shipping problem. of getting these, products in, getting meat in, and that you're going to see a shortage of food available if you don't already see it, right? Um, Thank you, Darren. I'm just really noticing your comment. Thank you so much. I got like this gnat flying around me. You all forgive me. Glenn Harden says, I never thought I would have handy, I'm sorry, an opportunity crypto to make money like this, simply investing. I'm assuming that 10/4/1978 is your date of birth because you couldn't have been investing in crypto in 1978. It is a great, great opportunity. So now that I have broken down Sheet, let me discuss this. Let's have a conversation. Let's shift real quick because I do have in my subtitle. I'm trying to get this gnat out the way. Gnats are so annoying. That's why they're gnats. But I have some live plants in my house that brought them about. And so I want to talk about 111 times 6, which is 666. Yep, I said it. What if I told you 666 is not what you've been taught it is? So what is gematria, right? A lot of people are like, what's gematria? Gematria, because you can ask 1,000 people this and you'll get um before getting a single correct answer, you'll get 1,000 different responses, right? So gematria is the ancient science of using numbers, numerical values of Greek and Hebrew, and those Latin words, using words into numbers, right? So the reason why Greek and Hebrew is important because the King James Version was written in Greek and Hebrew of the Bible. So, with that being said, the Greek and Hebrew alphabets, every symbol in that has a double meaning of both a letter and a number. So I read this today, and I wasn't planning on live stream, but when I read this, I'm like, I want to live stream. I wasn't sure, but I did, and because I wanted to share with you all um, about She. Thank you so much, Britt. Make sure that you subscribe as well. Britt says first time checking in. Yay, I'm glad. You gotta make sure you subscribe and you hit that like button. Splash, splash. We're gonna talk about that. 666 melon carbon. So let's answer this. And this is for my intelligent people that are open-minded who come here. And that's what 1111 represents. Truth seekers. There are people that are seeking the truth. Seekers. There are people that are seeking wisdom, wealth, understanding, and knowledge. 1111. And so I read this in this book. The perfection of God by creating the world. You are listening. This is story time, right? I'm going to give you a bedtime story to put you to sleep. By creating the world in precisely 6 days, God intentionally introduced symbolic numbers. Numbers are secrets and codes to the word of God. The Lord repeated the creation formula 6 times. Once, the 6 and the 1, listen, once for each day. Now, it is obvious that I'm not omnipotent. Godhead could have produced the universe in an instant, in one day, a million years, or any time period that he wished. So why did he choose 6 days? Let me ask that again. We serve an omnipotent God, an infinite spirit, infinite power. So why did he choose 6 days? The question is still valid no matter how long you interpret the Bible day, right? We look, a day, God said a day to him is like 1,000 years. So a day more than likely of Genesis is not 24-hour period. So in chapter 3 of this Bible, this book, it says, we discussed the triangle quantities that the Lord used to show the form of his holy word, right? Okay, whatever. I'm not even gonna get into that. Now, my intelligent people, let's stay focused, right? Because when you get into teaching this, you're gonna have some religious um, people, and you're gonna have some spooky spiritual people, right? You're gonna have some religious people that want to come on and be rhetoric and rhetorical and just, try to question everything that I'm not gonna give an answer to. Then you're gonna have some spooky spiritual people. So I'm not getting into conversations that's not focused on the number 6. So the true reasons for 6 days in creation and not one of God's infinite other choices. It is quantity. It is a quantity equal to the sum of all different sums that divide into it, exactly not including itself. So consider this with the number 6. The number 6 is the first perfect number. Why do you say that, Queen? Because 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6, right? And then 1 plus 2, well, 1, 2, and 3 all divide into 6 as well. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6. And then those same numbers divide into 6. So therefore, mathematically, 6 is considered a perfect number. The next perfect quantity is the number 28. And with the number 28, it takes exactly 28 days for the moon's cycle to circle the earth completely. Is that coincidence? Not likely. So 6 is the very first perfect number. So why have you been told that 6 is evil? What if I told you everything you've been taught is a lie? What if I told you that the reasons why school systems never suffer in a recession ever is because, you know what? If I can get you in as an infant and shape you into my way of thinking and not teach you about how to really be use your credit and how money really works, and I never teach you the truth about money, I have you indoctrinated in as a child. And if I can keep you in religious beliefs, then you won't know that 666, it does represent life. 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 um, electrons. 666 is also the number for melatonin in your skin and skin tone and complexity. And 6 again is a perfect number. And also on the 6th day is the only day in Genesis that God said this is very good. Very good. And it's the only perfect number. So most people say 7 is the number of perfection. So I began to read and I began to pray, right? Again, the next perfect number is 28. That's the average day of the moon's revolving around Earth, the revolution. And yes, yes, I agree with you, Red Star. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Because once you understand that, as Psalms 84 says, that you are God's, right? Once you get the concept of that, once you get the understanding that greater is He that is in you than he that is in this world or any other dividing force against you, then you will understand a lot of things about yourself, about your seven chakras, about your most high power that's within you by the most high. So this other thing, and I'm not going to get too deep into this tonight. I'm not. So back on the number 7. Let's get back on the number 7. So Queen, is 7 is not the number of completion, because in the Bible in Genesis it says that by the seventh day, everything is completed. And if 6 is the number of perfection and is the only perfect number, then what is 7, Queen? That's a great answer. 7 is the number of finalization. See, there's a difference of completion and finalization of a thing. Completion means it is done, but finalization means that it is now at a form that I have put my final stamp, my final approval on it by adding nothing and taking nothing away. By the 7th day, nothing had to be added and nothing had to be taken away. The only thing that had to be done was to enter into rest. And it is a holy day. It is a day of rebuilding the number 7, the 7 walls of Jericho, march around 7 times, the 7 priests with 7 trumpets. It is a number of rebuilding and restructuring, of possession, of inheritance. See, the first, and Red Star, thank you so much for that $5 super chat. I pray that returns to you in great avalanches of abundance by divine right immediately, with good to all to whom that is concerned, and that it is multiplied and manifested in the form of perfect health, peace. Positive energy always creates elevation, protection, and plenty of money and prosperity partners. And so now I'm going to show you all something. We have 366 people in. Make sure you hit that like button. The first 3 days of creation was dealing with filling something up. It was void. That was the filling. On the 3rd day was dry land. By the 4th day, we had land. We had light, the lesser light to rule the day, the darker night to rule the night. There was liquid, ocean and seas, and there was life, as seed was then able to be transformed into nutritious fruit for mankind that will be created later or recreated later. So the first 3 days was to fill something that was void. The next 3 days was to form, as God formed humane. And Adam, or atom, which the science word from atom comes from, which is life, and Adama in the ancient Egyptian uh, was the first of its kind, but Adam or atom was not the first humane, because God blessed Adam and says, be fruitful, multiply, have dominion, and replenish. Means something was there before. And so this first type of human, right? I don't know what the first humans look like. Maybe they were giants. I don't know. But I know Adam and, was not an Eve, right? Not the first. They were different. So he formed them, and the Trinity formed them. He said, let us make man in our own image and likeness. The Trinity, the 3. So the next 3 days was forming things, forming animals and wild beasts of the fields and blah, blah, blah. Right? So the first 3 days is filling, next 3 days is forming. that one day, number one, as we had the 11:11, was to rest. What if you had 3 days to work, 3 days of labor, 3 days to invest your money that you labored for, and one day for simple recreation to rest and reset yourself and replenish and regenerate? Don't you think that'll be a success financial formula? If I told you for 3 days work in physical form with your body, 3 days. Next 3 days, work in the mental form with your brain and invest that money. Invest, invest, invest. And one day, give your body and your brain a break to rest and reset, recharge, regenerate. Could that be a parable of understanding in the story of creation in Genesis that most people take literally? The Bible is a book about mysteries and metaphors that you have to decode to apply to your life so you can manifest. Somebody put that in the comment for me so I won't forget, because that just came. The Bible is a book about mysteries and metaphors that you should be taught how to apply to your everyday life so you can manifest. So put in the comments for me whether you are watching this live in a replay. I need a note taker, right? Note takers are money makers. Mystery, metaphors equals manifest. Let me write that down. When you can understand the mysteries and the metaphors in the Bible, then you can start manifesting in your life. Mystery, metaphors. I think I said metaphors. Metaphors equals manifestation, or equals to manifest. And a lot of people take that literally. And I get it because I used to be there. I used to be that, religious person that was taught this in church. And I did not know that these was mysteries and metaphors. I did not know that. I thought it was real events that took place. I did not know that all of the Bible is being taught in parables, not just the ones that says parables. Thank you, Red Star. When you understand it, you can yes, thank you. So now you have here, this is a magic square of the sun, SUN. And I want you all to see this, and I'm logging off. It's exactly 11:11, people. Right now, as this screen come up, Central Standard Time, you just cannot make this stuff up. That's how you know when things are divine. And it's exactly 83 people on, which 8 plus 3 is 11. And 3 likes and thumbs up on Facebook, which is the Trinity. As we see 3 111s. And so this is, you can Google this, the magic square of the sun, meaning that you have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across and 6 down. And when you add all of these numbers up, they're all going to equal, each row is going to equal 111. This is esoteric numerology secrets. And 6 rows equals 666. And you've been taught that 666 is well, it's the mark of the beast, as above, so below. The beast is, as the Bible shows in Genesis 1, that on the 6th day, wild beasts were made. And man, that just represents your reptilian brain and your pineal gland, that part of the brain, your spiritual part. That reptilian part, that's you say I'm in beast mode, or you have your animal instincts. That's where the fight or flight stage come from, that people talk about. But the magic square, right? The magic square of the sun, SUN, if you really study the sun and all of its healing natures, this will help you understand cryptocurrency as well because the outer layer of the sun is called corona. So the sum of numbers in each row, each column, both main diagonals are the same. The order of these magic squares is the number of integers along one side, and the constant sum is called the magic constant, right? And it all equals into this. These are just esoteric secrets and numbers. And it's for the sun. It represents that. And so I'm not going to get into this. This is stuff that I'm going to break down more when I do my in-person events, my conferences. You can go and do your own research. But when you really understand the Bible and its esoteric numerology secrets and its coding, it will unlock you in a different level of freedom and thinking in life. And no one could pull uh, the wool over your eyes again. So I pray that you will be enlightenment or in life with all understanding, right? And so I'm going to sign out. I'm not going to elaborate on that more. I'm just giving you a dose that it represents as above, right? So below. Your seven chakras represents the same thing. As David has the coat of many colors and just so many things that the seven chakras, the rainbow that God put in the cloud as remembrance, as a um, not just but a code, right? Uh, a vow that He made, right? The seven chakras, the seven colors in the rainbow. So many seven, seven, seven. Seven is the number of finalization. Divine transition, the number seven. The restructuring, the recharging, the rebuilding. As we go into divine transition right now with our currency system reset. So according to Ephesians 1, right? Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you all as well. 1 and 18. May the Father, the glorious Father, give you a spirit of wisdom and revelation in your knowledge of Him. And I ask that your eyes of your heart, your pineal gland, be enlightened so that you can know what is the hope of His calling. That's why when Jacob wrestled, and if you read back in Genesis when Jacob wrestled all night, it says the sun shined on him and his pineal gland was open. This is the magical power of the sun. I talked about the magic numbers of the sun, the healing powers of the sun and earthing that it has for you. And the nutrition when it shines upon the food that we eat, that is grown from the ground, that it transfers to the food that is then we intaking in our bodies for nutrition. So that you may know, people, what's the hope of your calling, the riches of His glorious inheritance. So you can know what your inheritance is to His holy people. His holy people who are rich and glorious in inheritance. Ephesians 1:18. Listen, I'm signing out. But no, I'm live. It's not a recording. I don't really do recordings. I always do live streams. Hello, Rob. Hello. Thank you all for saying hello. And listen, how big can you think? How big can you think? I'm going to ask that again. How big can you think? I need you to manifest your mind, right? Maximize. Maximize your mission in life. People, be blessed to be a blessing. Multiply your money because God says, I make you rich and I add no sorrow. He said, the earth I have given to mankind, right? But the heavens, yes, even the high heavens belongs to the Lord. And I want you to manifest with your mouth the power in life and death, both are in that tongue, as James 3:5 says, that the tongue is a very small tool, a very small vessel, but has great, great omega power. It is in your tongue. So you say your affirmations with your actions. Proverbs 6:2 says, you have been trapped by what you said, and you are ensnared by the words of your mouth. And I always multiply your money, because when you multiply your money, you enter into the joy of the Lord. You don't believe me? Go read Matthew 25. Right? So let's think big again, people. Magnify your thinking. God told Abraham to look up to the sky and count the stars. And if you can count them, this how many your descendants be. This is how big, this is how your offspring can be. Genesis 17:2 says, I will multiply you exceedingly. I will establish my covenant. Let me write that down too. I will establish my covenant between me and you, and I will multiply you exceedingly. Multiply your money. God is a God of multiplication. Genesis 22:7 says, I will surely bless you. Now, I might do it, but if you position yourself for prosperity, he said, I will surely bless you, and I will multiply your descendants like the stars in the sky and the sand in the seashore. Your descendants will possess the gates of their enemies. God is the God about blessings. And numbers are so big to God, he said, even the hairs on your head are numbered. The very hairs on your head. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. 666. So I'm signing out. And speaking of numbers, if you need more cash flow for Christmas, or you need more coins for Christmas, and I mean crypto coins, you need more cash so you can get the crypto coins, text 254-788-1144. You all be blessed and stay safe. Queen out.